People of faith around the world are pausing to reflect on Good Friday and the meaning of the Easter holiday.
And that was the case at several churches in Tuscaloosa today. WVUA's Jennifer Edwards joins us now live in studio with more. Hello, Jennifer.
Hey, Lynn and Phillip. I stopped by 2 Good Friday services in Tuscaloosa today. The atmosphere inside each church was very different, but the meaning behind both services was very much the same.
Because Good Friday occurs once a year, Vineyard Community Church Pastor John Quitt says they try to make each year memorable.
This year in particular is very different. We have an original score by a PhD student in our church that is a composer, and then in addition some slam poetry that with that. So that's kind of crazy. And then, of course, we do communion and a short message, and then just an opportunity for us to reflect on the cross and what Jesus has done for us.
But the scene was much different at Calvary Baptist Church, where Dr. Tim Lovett says the tone of their service is very somber.
We ask people to recognize this as a service of silence. We don't want you coming into worship on Good Friday service talking, having fun, laughing, jokes. That's not what this is about.
No matter the denomination, both pastors say Good Friday is a time of reflection.
It's the wide open door to Easter, and so the reason it's even dark in here is it's a metaphor of the darkness that Jesus took on the cross, and then it's the darkness for us to reflect on our own sin, our own rebellion.
You would enter this day as you would enter a funeral home, a memorial service, because you are mourning the death of Jesus Christ. And it gives us a time to focus on what happened on the cross. What does that teach us about God? And in the same sentence, it's what can we learn about ourselves?
If you weren't able to make it out to the Good Friday services earlier today, Tuscaloosa's Holy Spirit Catholic Church is holding their service tonight at 7. Lynn?
Thank you, Jennifer. Across the globe, Christians from all over are in Jerusalem for the annual Good Friday procession. They marched through the streets of Jerusalem to mark the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. They chanted prayers and carried wooden crosses to retrace the steps of Jesus as he carried the cross. Christians believe Jesus was crucified and died on Good Friday, and he rose again on Easter Sunday.
Tuscaloosa's First Wesleyan Church is busy getting ready for a huge Easter celebration tomorrow. Easter Fest 2013 will take place at Snow Hinton Park tomorrow morning. Organizers say there will be games, inflatables, live music, food, and a petting zoo, and of course an egg hunt with 20,000 eggs. All the fun starts hopping at 10 a.m. with the egg hunt at 10:30. It ends at noon.
It's a whole group of people that wouldn't necessarily come to church that will show up for an event like this and just feel like it's a safe place to have a fun time. And you'll have people that will come back year after year and invite their friends. So it's kind of been a growing process by people having a good time and bringing their friends every year.
And there are other Easter egg hunts around town tomorrow. Tuscaloosa's First Baptist Church is holding their Easter egg extravaganza on Saturday. There will be activities for families, including inflatables. The egg hunt will start at 11 a.m. at the Government Plaza Park. The event is free to the public and ends at 1 p.m. And you can join Calvary Baptist Church at the Verner Elementary School playground for their Easter events. Their activities start at 10 a.m. with an Easter story, followed by their Easter egg hunt. And at 11 a.m. there will be a picnic lunch. Right now, the weather is beautiful for the start of the weekend.
But the question is, will it stay that way for all those big Easter plans? WVUA's Daniel Sparkman has a quick look at our forecast. How about it, Daniel?
Well, too bad Easter isn't today and all those egg hunts happening with the sunny skies out there right now, because we got some nice temperatures. 71 in Tuscaloosa, 69 up in Birmingham, 60 in the Huntsville area, but across satellite and radar you can see showers already moving into parts of the area. A few isolated showers over parts of West Alabama, but we've got dry air over the area right now, but tomorrow that's going to be different. Rain showers possible into the afternoon. High temperatures should be getting into the upper 60s, but the possibility of showers are out there for the weekend. I'll have your full forecast coming up in just a bit.
And speaking of the weather, meteorologists are anticipating a very active hurricane season. According to the head of Colorado State's Tropical Meteorologist Project, William Gray, the first predictions will come out April 10th, but Gray would not give likely numbers of named storms, hurricanes, and major hurricanes. He did say, however, the development of an El Nino could slow down the season, but that's looking less likely. That season runs June through November. A major battle is heating up to see who has the best barbecue in Alabama. It's going to be a showdown.
I bet so. And Tuscaloosa's Dreamland Barbecue is in the running for a title. According to the Alabama Tourism Department, Dreamland and Birmingham's Jim and Nick's are in a dead heat for the Central Division. More than 40,000 votes have been cast since the original 32 were announced earlier this month. The 4 regional winners will be decided on Saturday, with an overall winner to be announced on April the 8th. When the topic of texting while driving comes up, teenagers most likely come to mind.
That's right, but you may be surprised by who texts while driving more than teenagers. Lisa Sylvester is behind the wheel with the results of a surprising new survey.
You take your eyes off only for a few moments to respond to a text, but all it takes is seconds. This video is part of a national campaign aimed at young people called It Can Wait. But it turns out it's not just teenagers who are texting while driving.
Don't do as I do, do as I say, right?
Their parents are actually much worse.
We're finding that people tend to justify their texting, saying, well, there's a lot of traffic, or I'm not moving fast, or I'm not speeding, or I'm at a light. But the thing that we tend to forget about is we have to be able to react to what other drivers do. And we don't know how distracted they are. They may be speeding, they could be drunk. So you really need to just put your phone down and focus on driving.
A new survey conducted by AT&T found 49% of adult commuters admitted to texting and driving. Compare that to 43% of teens. Of those adults, 98% said they know it's unsafe. 60% said they didn't text and drive 3 years ago, and 40% admit it's a habit. Sending or receiving a text message takes the driver's eyes off the road for an average of 4.6 seconds. If you were driving 55 miles per hour, it would be like having your eyes closed while driving for the length of an entire football field.
Driving is 90% visual, it's 5% touch, and 5% hearing. So anytime you take your eyes off the road, you're reducing your ability to control that vehicle by 90%.
The Centers for Disease Control reports more than 9 people are killed each day when driving while distracted.
Turning now from the highways to the skyways, if you thought your last visit to Atlanta's airport was busy, there's a good reason. It's the busiest passenger airport in the world. Preliminary traffic results from the Airports Council International say more than 95 million passengers passed through Hartsfield-Jackson during 2012. That's a little more than a 3% increase over the previous year. Beijing Capital International Airport came in second place for passenger traffic, followed by London's Heathrow Airport.